Hey, this is Ari. In this video, I want to share a little clip from a podcast I did with Wendy Myers on how heavy metals wreck your energy and how to detox your body. Enjoy the clip. And also, if you want to listen to the full-length episode, the link for that is in the description down below.
So these are the different mechanisms by which metals cause fatigue. So number one, they poison enzymes. That's what metals do. They poison different enzyme systems in the body and interfere in their function. So as far as mitochondria are concerned, they poison enzymes that transport nutrients into your mitochondria. That's why a lot of people take different mitochondrial supplements and maybe they don't work, they don't feel anything. They might not be getting into the mitochondria because of heavy metals. They also block mitochondrial receptor sites as well. And so if you different hormones and things are trying to act on the mitochondria, they may be interrupted by heavy metals poisoning those mechanisms. Also, heavy metals poison the body's ability to make digestive juices and get nutrition from food. I think people don't realize the contribution that different metals, mercury, cadmium, lead, nickel, can play in reducing hydrochloric acid and pepsin production in the stomach, and then interfere in the pancreas production of digestive enzymes, interfere in liver function and all of its different digestive capabilities in the body.
Now, is that specifically as the metals have just come into the system and they're sitting in the stomach in the food that you just ate? They're interfering with, let's say, hydrochloric acid production in the stomach in that moment? Or are you saying that accumulated levels of some of these metals that are inside of our cells, separate from the stomach, could interfere with hydrochloric acid production in the stomach?
Yeah, it very well could interfere. I've never been asked that question before, but it could very well start interfering. If you eat some food that contains a lot of lead, if that lead is getting into your cells, so the cells that produce hydrochloric acid that makes its way in there, yes, it can start interfering in that cell's mechanism of action for sure. But it probably has to get into the cell. So if we're not absorbing our food, we're not going to be able to optimize the amount of energy we can extract from that food. And I see this a lot with clients. There's huge roadblocks to absorption of food. And metals are just one of them. So I think a lot of people today have low mineral levels, low nutrient levels. Even if they're eating this amazing diet, they may not be absorbing it. Doesn't matter what you eat or supplement with, it only matters what you absorb. And then these metals also poison immune system cells. They poison our macrophages, our neutrophils, our killer T cells. And this allows the overgrowth of opportunistic pathogens that drain the body's energy. If your immune system is spending all night long fighting all these different pathogens and, viruses, bacteria, parasites, it is just a drain on your system. That's why infections can cause fatigue. That's one of the mechanisms. And then these toxic metals also poison enzymes that create thyroid and other hormones. Mercury is a huge factor in poisoning the thyroglobulin, which is like the storage form of thyroid hormones, poisoning the production of T4, poisoning the conversion of T4 to T3, which is the active form of thyroid hormone. So not surprising that because mercury is so ubiquitous in our environment, so many people have thyroid issues. And I think mercury is a big underlying root cause of that. And thyroid medication is one of the number one prescribed medications also. And then metals also accumulate in the adrenal glands and reduce stress hormone production, reduce adrenaline and cortisol. Cortisol, your get up and go hormone, which you need a lot of in the morning. And if you can't make enough, you're going to be tired when you wake up. And then also fluoride calcifies. It's not a toxic metal. It's a toxic kind of mineral, but it calcifies the pineal gland, which reduces melatonin production and interferes in sleep. So, if you don't sleep well, you're not going to have a lot of energy. So there's a lot of different mechanisms by which metals cause fatigue. So, big surprise, we're all tired today.
Hey, this is Ari. I hope you enjoyed this video. And one more thing before you go. Actually, two more things. One is if you enjoyed this particular little clip, the link to the full-length podcast is in the description down below. So make sure to check that out. Also, one more thing. Let me ask you a question. What if I could show you how to double your energy levels and dramatically improve your brain function, reducing your anxiety and depression to a degree on par with antidepressant drugs, but without the side effects. Sound pretty interesting? Well, there are, in fact, numerous compounds that can do this, that have been shown to do this. And I'll take you through just a few of these very briefly. One of them is rhodiola rosea. And this has been shown in studies, rhodiola rosea extract, in people with stress-related fatigue and exhaustion to cut their levels of fatigue and brain fog in half in less than a month. Just this one compound. There's another compound in my formula Energenesis called NT factor phospholipids that's been shown to help repair mitochondrial membranes and mitochondrial health to the level of healthy 29-year-olds, taking people with deteriorated mitochondria who are over the age of 65, restoring it to the level of healthy 29-year-olds. And that has been shown in numerous studies in various types of chronic fatigue, aging-associated chronic fatigue, obesity-related chronic fatigue syndrome, to increase energy levels by 30 to 45% in the span of 4 to 12 weeks, depending on the specific study. So dramatic improvements in a very, very short period of time. Two more compounds that are amazing, I highly recommend, that are in my formula Ultra Brain, along with rhodiola rosea. Saffron extract. This has been shown to increase levels of, improve your mood, I should say, and decrease levels of depression on par with fluoxetine, which is Prozac. And not only that, but with fewer side effects. It's much safer and much less likely to cause negative effects than antidepressant drugs are. Acetyl L-carnitine is another compound that's been shown to dramatically improve brain health in older adults. It also improve energy levels in older adults with chronic fatigue by between 40 to 50% in just the span of 2 to 4 months. And the last thing I'll mention here is acetyl L-carnitine has also been compared to antidepressant drugs and been shown, like saffron, to be as effective as antidepressant drugs in combating depression, but without the harmful side effects that so often occur with the drugs. So this is just a small sampling of the over 35 compounds that are in my formulas, Energenesis and Ultra Brain, that are all proven to dramatically improve energy levels, mitochondrial health, and brain health, and much, much more. And I highly recommend that you go check these out. If you're struggling with depression or anxiety or brain fog, if you're struggling with stress-related exhaustion and burnout, if you're struggling with chronic fatigue, go check out these formulas, give them a shot. I promise you are going to be blown away by the results. And like I said, the science has already proven that these things work. So you don't have to just take my word for it. There's lots of research to support that, and I'll even link to some of that research down below so you can verify everything that I just said for yourself. So the links to those studies will be in the description for this video down below. So check them out. Check out the formulas on theenergyblueprint.com. Again, Energenesis is the mitochondrial formula, and Ultra Brain is our brain formula. Check them out, try them out, and I think you're going to be blown away by the results. Thanks so much, and I'll talk to you again soon.